Okay. Seems now that I need to preempt. I'll wait till I turn back around and restart this. Okay, make that big too. Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Now, I need, well, not to explain this at all, I'm just preempting this for my video later on. I'm going to read off some laws basically that have to do with the Federal Trade Commission because they are how banks are supposed to be, I'll say. The Federal Trade Commission is who governs our banking law, okay? Very simple. Okay, there are certain things that all banks have to do. Namely, they have to allow you to figure out whether or not your transaction was first authorized or fraudulent, and secondly, whether or not you actually received the items that you purchased, okay? And this is very easily done in most instances. Except Square, otherwise known as Cash App, does not want to facilitate any of these rights that we have. So, the right that you have for a dispute for billing errors is quite different than for a dispute for credit card charges, okay? Basically, I've been billed by someone and have not received the item. Because of this billing error, which is exactly what this is, because I haven't received the item, I am legally allowed 45 days, as all disputes go, to receive the item and figure out whether or not I want it. Okay? That's how it goes. Whether or not they have a return policy or not. This is the way the world is written in law. Okay, so now, you don't get the item. So you contact the merchant, which is what you legally have to do and should do. Where's my stuff? So you ask them where your items are, and they tell you to wait and be patient. 2 weeks go by. You contact them every day during this. And you're like, where's my stuff? It's still not here. Be patient, be patient, be patient. Lo and behold, you realize your stuff is coming from a foreign country. So then you're like, okay, I've done this before. I know stuff that comes from China normally takes about 2 weeks, which is what it takes. I've gotten it as fast as about 9 days. I paid for extra shipping. Now you start wondering where your stuff is, and you then, of course, call up the company who just sent you an email saying that they were on vacation. And you actually talk to somebody, and they're like, it's on its way. So you're like, why did I just get an email saying that you were on vacation? Oh, first warning sign, I'm done. I want my money. So now I contact Cash App and basically tell them all this. I get told that I'm allowed to do the dispute at first. And then I'm told by 3 different agents on the phone, before even given the paperwork for it, that I can't get the paperwork for a dispute. I have to contact the merchant. And I'm like, that's not how this legally goes. For real? So, what you do in this instance when someone doesn't want to give you the right to do so, you legally have to write into their address and complain. Okay, which is the first thing you have to do. And they have sample letters on the consumer for FTC.gov, okay? Right there from our government. They give us sample letters to do this stuff with. Basically, all you need to do is fill out this letter, which gives your name, address, the creditor zip code, and it says, Dear sir or ma'am, I'm writing you to dispute the billing error of the amount of so-and-so on my account. The amount is inaccurate because, and then you describe the problem, as I've done already. You're doing this in writing so that you have actual legal recourse because, of course, unlike me, I'll say most people don't record the telephone calls and do video stuff like this. I'm doing this for YouTube, but basically I have my documentation both ways. So, you describe the problem, you request the error be corrected, and that any finances or other charges related to the disputed amount be credited as well. And that is a legal obligation they have to do during the dispute process. They have up to 2 weeks to dispute the process, okay? And during that dispute, they have to give you a temporary or permanent credit. It's temporary because if they find against you and the dispute, the money is pulled back. So I suggest leaving all monies from disputes alone until the dispute has been settled 2 weeks later. So, now it says that I basically dispute the amount to be credited as well, and that I've received an inaccurate statement. Enclosed are copies of your information, like sales slips and your payment records, those emails and other things that I'm talking about. Okay, are things that you do to support your position. And then you ask them, which is what a dispute is, to investigate whether or not what you're saying is true or not. They have no legal right or obligation to tell you that you can't have them look into it. So my issue is now with Cash App completely. I don't even care about Geek Vape and all the other stuff. because that's what a merchant would do. Like, I don't look at them wrong for holding, like, the item went out and basically the law changed, and the law was changing during this. So I don't look at them wrong for it not getting here on time. That's what it is. Like, I look at the merchant then as doing what any person would do who's got somebody's money. Okay, currently businesses work on a 30-day past payment thing, and they're paying the bills with it. So I wouldn't give you that money back at least for another 10, 12 days. I have 45 days to give it back to you. Okay. But Cash App, on the other hand, has no choice. No choice at all. But to give me the paperwork to file a dispute. They have no choice about this. This is not a choice matter. It's a legal obligation that they have to do because they are a processor of payments. Because they hold money and are backed by the government, those deposits, right? Remember when everybody says FDIC insured? Yeah, to get that FDIC insured, they have to go by federal guidelines and banking. And when they don't, that shit should be pulled. So, I leave you to my video now and all the rest.